so bright. Whether you're new or you're back again, it's love, it's family. Let the fun begin. We're here to connect, bring joy to your day. Style, soul, and stories in a unique way. From New Orleans roots to the world we inspire. Every click, every view takes us higher and higher. This is your space where you can feel free. A community built with authenticity. So grab your coffee, hit play and unwind. Your seat at the table is one of a kind. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we've got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's Nola Bells, where the queens unite. Serving Southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Mocha's Nola Bells, it's the vibe for you. If you're new, pull up, make yourself at home. This is where we vibe, where the bells have grown. And if you're returning, thanks for coming through. We wouldn't be here without queens like you. We're serving you content that uplifts and inspires. From beauty and life hacks to chasing desires. This is more than a channel, it's where magic begins. Together we rise, together we win. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your time to shine. Be part of the family, one of a kind. Whether it's your first time or you've been here before, we've got so much love waiting for you and more. Mocha's Nola Bells, where the queens unite. Serving Southern charm with a touch of that spice. We're about that love, we're about that style. Come along for the ride and stay for a while. Mocha's Nola Bells, it's the vibe for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Every little click shows how much you care. We're building this space, making something divine. Welcome to the Bells, you're already in line. So if you're new, welcome, glad you stopped by. And to the OG fam, you're the reason we fly. Hit that button, subscribe, and come back again. It's Mocha's Nola Bells, where the magic begins.
Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. We've made it to the end of the week. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. We've made it to the end of the week. Once again, welcome to another live stream. We do what we do. We do it the way we do it. And for that, I'm appreciative. Very appreciative of each and every one of you. Every one of you. You guys make me smile every time I log in. And there's a reason behind that. Because no matter what takes place in this chat room, no matter how it happens, you guys still remain respectful to one another, to the chat. And for that, I applaud each and every one of you. And here at Mocha Nola Bells, y'all know how we do. We respect each other. There's no big eyes and little U's here. We are all somebody. Everyone has an opinion. And all opinions will forever be respected. Forever be respected. We don't look down on anyone in here. And it's not going to happen. Not on my watch. We have one purpose only here. And here we seek justice for Naziyah. We seek justice for Naziyah. For those of you that are here, and even those of you that choose to sit in the clouds, if you haven't hit that like button, please do so. If you feel like you want to subscribe to the channel, you're welcome to. Those of you that are subscribed, I encourage you, if you can, to grab a membership. Help support the channel. And if you're able to, share the live out and let everyone know that we are live here. And here we're going to forever be exactly who we are. We're going to remain authentic. We're going to remain who we are. Distractions will not take us from whom we know we are here. Never. That's not going to happen. And we're going to leave it at that. So we're going to continue doing what we do here because we have a purpose. We have a purpose, and we will remain on that purpose. So let me speak to my people, and we're going to get this started. I know y'all saw that good old title, The House of Demons. The House of Demons. Jeez. Hey, Kimberly Earls, welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. Hey, Sister Christian. She says, I hope you and the family had a wonderful day. Hopefully the rain has stopped. Girl, it has. The thunder and lightning stopped. Thank you, Jesus, it has. She says, effing with the internet. Let the good times roll. And tonight they will roll. They will roll. They most definitely will roll. Hey, Sherry, happy Friday, my love. Love all and trust none. Sherry, you better know it, my love. Dr. J, happy Friday, sister. She said, listen to that topic. This should be interesting, and I'm here for it. Dr. J, I can always count on you, sis. Hey, Lachelle, welcome, beautiful. Hi, Unavailable. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday, Laurie. Hey, Leisure Lady. Happy Friday, my love. Hey, Mika and Ellie. Happy Friday. Hey, Nookie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We appreciate you each and every time you stop by. Welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. Hey, Sister Top Flight. I'm well today, my love. Hope you're doing well too. It's been a long day, but I'm here nonetheless. Hey, Tony. Welcome, my love. Happy Friday. Tonya Nika, hey, boo. Happy Friday to you. Hey, Queen of Kings. Happy Friday, baby. Happy Friday, Charlotte. Hey, April Webster. Welcome, my love. Happy Friday to you. And my sister, Red. Hey, boo. Happy Friday. Mermaid Tay. Hey, sis. Hope all is well. Hi, Miss T. Zetta's mom. Happy Friday to you, beautiful. Hey, Nicole. Welcome, boo. Hey, girl. Hey. Happy Friday. Miss To The Point. Hey, baby. Blessings to all. Happy Friday to you. Sunshine Sean. Hey, boo. Happy Friday. Look at my girl, no nonsense. And Willie. Hey, Willie. Happy Friday. It's Yvette. Happy Friday, my love. Welcome to the chat. Hey, my sister Rock. Happy Friday, sis. Hey, I'm his wife. Welcome. Look at my girl, Leela. Hey, boo. Happy Friday. I'm enough. Hey, sis. Happy Friday to you. Hey, just Mona. Mermaid Tay says, hope everyone is having a good day. And if not, may we bring you a smile tonight in the chat. Yes, Mermaid Tay, yes. Look at my sister Platinum. Hey, Plat. Happy Friday, sis. Hey, Debbie. Happy Friday, boo. Happy Friday. Hey, my girl Sabrina. Happy Friday, sister. Welcome, welcome, popcorn. Welcome. Look at my girl, Kenyatta. Kenyatta, hey, boo. Love all and trust none. You better know it. You better know it, Kenyatta. Kenyatta said he tried it last night. Kenyatta. Kenyatta. You know where that came from. You know just where that came from. Welcome, Michelle Brown. Welcome, my love. Mika, thank you and Ellie so much for that super sticker. Justice for Naziyah. Miss Bill, happy Friday, beautiful. My sister living life in Florida. Hey, sis. Hope all is well. Kimberly Cruz, welcome, my love. Happy Friday. Hope all is well with you over there in Denver. Hey, Auntie Mo. Happy Friday to you. And Auntie Mo, I thank you so much. So much for those emails. And I'm reviewing them all. But this last one, that's saying something, Auntie Mo. Hey, Clint, happy Friday. So let's see. We should be close. No, we ain't. Look at Tristan. Tristan, hey, boo. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, guys. It's the end of the week. We're here. Oh, my. Nikki said it's Saturday morning there. 1 a.m. in the morning. Wow. Girl. Hey, One Love. Happy Friday, sis. Sis Sean B. Hey, boo. Hey, Raven. Happy Friday, sister. Trinice, hey, boo. Happy Friday. And I think I'm there. Thank you so much for that super sticker, Raven. Thank you, beautiful. Hey, Miss Tracy. Happy Friday, my love. Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome. And happy Friday to you, boo. Hey, Ida. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. So I'm there. I'm at the bottom now. Thank you, Jesus. I made it. We're here. We're doing what we do. And guys, we know, we know, we know that everything that surrounds Naziyah, hey Emma, welcome, my love. Everything that surrounds this Naziyah's case, everything. It started and it ended at Annette's home. Everything started and ended at Annette's home. And that's exactly why. That's exactly why we're here tonight. Because there's no way these people could continuously walk around here like life is normal, as if nothing ever happened, knowing that there's still no Naziyah. And I've always believed for them to be as comfortable as they are, still in our absence, for them to still be comfortable as they are going along with life, having parties and doing what they do like Naziyah never existed. It is my belief that they've done this before. Hey, Valerie, welcome, my love. It's my belief that they've done something like this before because they're too comfortable. They don't mind being questioned. They answer these questions like it's an everyday thing. No emotions, no nothing. And it's like even speaking on Naziyah, and I could only speak for myself, even speaking on Naziyah, I have moments when I choke up. I have moments when I get real emotional. I have moments where I'm here giving commentary and I choke up just speaking of her, just visualizing what she could have possibly endured. But the family member has no emotions. Hey Carla, welcome, my love. Happy Friday. The family member shows no emotions, no nothing when it comes to Naziyah. And that's not normal. Hey Shrell, happy Friday, boo. That's not normal. Mermaid Tay says, how many houses did she have? Seemed like she was moved every time a kid got touched. Who's paying for all of that? The state checks don't be that much. Think it was Frank funding her. I don't care. Mermaid Tay. Most of those houses got Frank written all over them. All over them. He's one of her biggest supporters. I'm not sure if you're aware, but one of the homes that Annette lived in, a couple of doors down, there goes this big ass fence in the neighborhood with them Ronald McDonald colors on it, just like Frank's shop. So Frank was in control of a lot of things. And it bothers me to know, bothers me, right, Leisure Lady? I mean, a normal, decent human being would choke up over this, pretending to be invested, giving commentary. With no emotions, that don't sit well with me. Frank is Annette's cash cow. Leisure Lady, thank you so much for that super sticker, my love. Everything that Annette does, the vehicles she drives, the different homes that she moves into, Frank is a part of the process. So with Frank being that involved, and we see how Naziyah easily slipped through the cracks, it's hard to believe that Frank didn't have his hand in this. Hey, Jennifer, welcome, my love. Evelyn, welcome, baby. It's hard to believe he didn't have his hands in this. Tristan said that's what I was talking about, the connection. The connection between Annette and Frank. Exactly, Tristan. It's a hell of a connection. It's crazy. It's crazy. And guys, you know, we are here. We see these things. Does that make us crazy? Because we put it all together and we make it make sense? No. No. And I respect you all's opinion on everything when it comes to this baby. Because nobody's wrong in this and nobody's always right in this. Hey, Beverly, welcome, my love. Red says, I honestly believe Annette sold Lady to Frank. And Javaris was put in charge. Red, I don't doubt that. And when I say I don't doubt that, Red, how did Lady as a young lady goes out there and meet a 5%? How does Lady as a young lady goes out there and meets a Jarvis? How does Lady as a young lady go out there and meet a Frank? It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Hey, Paula, welcome, boo. It's all about the money. And this goes deeper. Hey, Lavec, welcome. Goes deeper than we could ever imagine. Deeper than we could ever imagine. But why? And that's going to always be the question that I have. Why? Why did Naziyah have to be the sacrificial lamb? Why? A lot of things went on in that house. Right, Mermaid Tay? It's deep. It's deep, girl. It's deep. Miss Shawn says, no, ma'am. When we come together, we're doing it because we care. And we only want to know the truth. And we want to know where is Naziyah. That's it and that's all, Miss Shawn B. That's it and that's all. And when Mocha hits that live button, it matters little to Mocha whether I'm talking to 2 people or 200 people. My passion, my dedication, it don't change when it comes to this baby. Don't. All I'm looking for is justice. Bringing awareness to situations that could possibly save another child. Now, because having 2 people sit here and we put it together, those 2 people could take that story and could do wonders with it versus the 200 that's sitting there looking for a shit show and following the mess. It's ridiculous. Hey, Mo J, welcome to the chat, my love. Mo J says, good evening, Mocha. It's sad when our emotional connection between our love for Naziyah is stronger than her family. So much so that we need mental breaks while they carry on. And that's a fact. Those of you that are here that follow Mocha, y'all know Mocha takes a mental break. There's no way if you're fully invested. There's no way if you're here for Naziyah and what's going on with her, if you're fully invested. You can't do this 7 days a week. Can't. All day, every day. You cannot. It's not making sense and it's not adding up unless your emotions are not what you make everybody believe. Hey, Smooth Quarter, welcome, my love. Smooth Quarter says, hey, Mocha, in chat, I see 144 in the chat, but only 80 likes. Like, what type of time are y'all on? Better show this channel some love for real, because Mocha do her thing. Much love and respect. Smooth Carter, thank you so very much for that. I appreciate that. But you know, Smooth Carter, type of time that Mocha operates on, God ain't going to give me no more than he want me to have. No matter what's said or what's done, or how many irons they try to throw in my fire, they're not going to stop this. They're not going to stop this. So if being in those bushes and getting your ass ate up by the mosquitoes and all the other nasty ass bugs that's out there, have at it. Because to sit your ass in my bushes is clearly something Mocha is saying that interests you. All we want is justice for that baby. Popcorn says it's also a spiritual battle, sis. Because with them slipping through these cracks, it has to be demonically inspired. Facts. It's a demon. It is a demon. Hey, Charlotte's well, welcome, my love. It's a demon. Mika says something is missing. She wasn't the first 13-year-old to get pregnant, but she wasn't the first to go missing either. Mika, I believe that with all my heart. That child was not the first to go missing on Annette's watch. Hey, Melanie, welcome, my love. She was not the first to go missing on Annette's watch. And you know the sad part about that? The entire family knows about it. Those that's under Annette's roof and the extended. See, the extended pretends. When it comes to them, everything is I don't know. But the extended knows way more than they're willing to say. And the only reason they're not saying is because the only reason they're not saying is because they don't want to be implicated in the bullshit. Because then they will be pointed out for partaking in parties and gatherings, and they saw shit and they let it slide. So it's easier to lie. Patricia Perry, welcome, my love. Sabrina says lady could have met Frank first since she was living in his hotel. Sabrina, that's it and that's all. And Sabrina, lady left Annette's home. And I'm pretty sure that motel is where she went because that's where all the action was. Frank operates that motel. Jarvis, a runner for Frank. That's where Lady met those people at. 5% also was shaking and moving at that motel. That's how Lady got caught up with those three. Then Lady and Jarvis was out on a mission doing whatever the hell it is that they do. And Lady decided to take Jarvis all over to Annette's house and introduce him to the family. That's exactly how Annette and them bad Bible girls met Jarvis. Popcorn says if you don't take a break, it will consume you, sis. That's factual. 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 Leisure Lady says, I know Evangelist likes to hear himself talk. And he still wants Vari. But he said Vari knows where Naziyah is. Leisure Lady. I'm glad you mentioned that. Because regardless of what anyone says, oh yes, we laughed at the evangelist saying he sounded weird. He was this, he was that. But Leisure Lady, there were some truths. Honestly, there were lots of truths in what the evangelist said. If you go back and listen to him. I also believe the evangelist when he said, everybody's looking for Naziyah, but yet she's so close. They're looking in all the wrong places, but she's so close. When he said that, I felt that. When he said that, I believed that. He spoke lots of truth. But because his truth wasn't what others wanted to hear, or because his truth wasn't what others wanted to accept, he became a liar. Everybody cannot be lying. Everybody can't say what you want them to say to satisfy you. No, because this story is bigger than us. And if we want to do what's right for Naziyah, we have to do what we have to do. Happy Friday, Denise. Welcome, my love. All day long justice for Naziyah. Debbie says, true, Mocha. Go to bed thinking, wake up thinking, where the hell is she at? Debbie, I pray to God that before it's all over, he reveals to us exactly where she is. Mika says, we gonna build a house with the bricks they throw. Ha! We not the same. They not like us. Say that shit, Mika. I stand on who I am. And I will never back down nor bow down to what I believe in. You have no morals. You're willing to do anything. And I'll never stoop that low. Never. Thank you, Lila. Lila says, Mocha, you're great. The devil is a lie. Always, Lila. I would never. The devil gets nothing here. Never. And it's not about people. Mocha's not here for people. Mocha's here with people. Mocha's here with like-minded people that has the same passion and the same integrity. and is here on the same mission, seeking justice for this baby. That's right, Leisure Lady. Absolutely. Lest we be deceived. Popcorn says, it amazes me how Naziyah's case has shed light on other missing children that was swept under the rug. Justice for Zaza and the other kids. Popcorn, girl, so many other children. And that's why it's hard for me to wrap my mind around how Detroit moves. Hey, Shauna, welcome, my love. I can't wrap my mind around how Detroit moves. There's no way the many children should come up missing and there are no answers. No answers. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking for any mother to birth kids. And if you know as a mother you've done the best that you could do for your children, regardless of what your child has done or has not done, if my child is missing, I'm going to be that parent. And I'm going to report my child as missing. As Black people in America today, where's your mindset to report your child as a goddamn runaway? A runaway gets no justice. They're not looking for runaways. To report your baby missing as a runaway, they should look at your ass, what they're running from. What did you do? These people don't get it. Mika say they done turn into smoke and mirrors. Drama and propaganda. Girl. Carla says they still have to answer to God on Judgment Day. It's going to be horrible. Tony says, Mooka, who is Nate? I know who Anthony is. Tony, unfortunately, I don't know who Nate is. I really don't. Tristan said they said all of Annette's kids ran away. Tristan, that in itself is a red flag. How can you be a mother of 7 children and all of your children run away except for the egghead twins? Something is wrong. Why would they run away? What did you do? What did you say? What did you put these children through to make them run away? And they all ran away before the age of 16. Something is wrong. Hey, Rosalind, happy Friday, baby. That makes no sense to me. So tell me, if just within the last year or two, we've discovered all Annette's children have run away. The extended family knew that all of Annette's children ran away. Make me understand, why did the extended family not get more involved when those children started running away? And we wouldn't be here today. It's the lies. It's the cover. Hey, Helen, welcome, boo. It's the lies. It's the cover-ups for me. I can't see it. So why should I give any of them grace? Because at the end of the day, they were there from the very beginning when the other children supposedly ran away. When the other adoptive children supposedly ran away. So if you did nothing then, Mocha can only look at you today as being part of the problem, because if you wanted to be a part of the solution, you would have fixed it. And you chose not to. Hey, Natalie, welcome, my love. Carla says, so if Bari knows, he does also. Yes, that's what the evangelist says. The evangelist could have said so much more. So much more. But because the evangelist came out and said too much at one time, the evangelist got threatened by Shannon, Annette, and Marquita. The threats is what, and possibly the bishop and the brothers, the threats to the evangelist is what silenced him. Hey, Chantel, welcome, my love. That's what silenced him. Mermaid says, remember when Dre said Jarvis would be upstairs fixing and painting the bathroom, and he was doing the kitchen, but yet he was never in the house? Imagine that. Never in the house. It's the lies for me. Oh, yes, Leisure Lady, he spoke lots of truth. Lots of truth. That damn red crazy. I'm going to have to watch The Lion King again because I couldn't see past him. Damn, Sean B. Sister says, bad built, wide back, flat head, cross-eyed, desperate, last chosen heifers. The last. The last. Sean B, your ass ain't right. Oh, Lord. Mermaid Tay said, Bari, a little pimp in the making. Shit. Shit. I believe Bari's a coward. Because Bari, and I will say it and I will say it 100 times over. If Bari knew, I don't give a damn if Bari was 7 at the time. He's the oldest brother. Bari knew he was being abused in Annette's home. He knew he was being touched in a way that he knew wasn't right. He was uncomfortable with it. That's why he kept running away. He kept running away because he was tired of being touched. And Bari has seen some things go on in Annette's home. Bari saw, hey, John Tay, welcome. Bari saw Naziyah being touched. Bari saw the other children being touched as well. So Bari ran to safety. Bari should have took his sister with him. Once Bari secured a place to lay his head, he should have took his sister with him. And I don't know if Annette had that much control where she had him in fear, and he wouldn't speak on it. But I'm sure when he went to his baby's mother's house and her parents accepted him, I'm sure he told his story. And if he told them the story, in my opinion, that makes Bari baby's mother parents, some piss poor parents, to know Bari's story and to leave it right there. Tristan said they just had a girl family on the news saying how the police department told her family her sister was deceased to come and find out this woman is alive and working. Tristan, is that the same story of that woman being from New York? And DPD delivered a body that was cremated, gave the family ashes, said the girl was dead. Family had memorial services and everything for her, just to find out that she was in Detroit. Just to find out that she was in Detroit, being prostituted out. Make this shit make sense. Detroit got to do better. Y'all taking me out with them twins that's the same age. Denise says, don't none of them have any morals. Denise, and you're absolutely right. The Christian reminded me, don't forget your water. I got it tonight, Christian. Thank you, my love. Debbie said, yes. It just came to me today. Vari was the one that put the trail on the red, black, and white dunk. The shoe they found. There is no way Naziyah would have mismatched her clothes like that. Debbie, you understand? And wasn't the guy that supposedly found the shoe that was Vari's friend? Hey, Lori, welcome, my love. They're all in it. They're all in it. This is ridiculous. And to sacrifice that baby to satisfy them, I have a problem with that. Whether it's in this life or the next life, Annette has a hell of a price to pay. Annette is destroyed and ruined so many children. This is crazy. Crazy. Kenyatta Marie says, you can't bully Mocha and the Nola Bells. We're not to be bullied, Kenyatta. You know that, sis. My thing with that, with all of this shit is, Vari begging Roxy to split the GoFundMe money. Her response to him, that was a show for YouTube. That was a show for TikTok. That was a show for Instagram. That was a show for Facebook. That was a complete show. That was a setup. Because they're all in it together. And I do believe the monies that Roxy collected. Annette got a cut. Lady and Vari got a cut. Roxy got a cut. I do believe that. They all will pay for this shit. And all we want is justice for Naziyah. Denise says, I've cried about that baby ever since I heard what happened to her. And it seems her family don't give a damn about her at all. Just to mention her name. Denise, isn't that horrible? They struggle to say her name. And along with struggling to say her name, it hurts them so bad to realize the role that they played. They can't even utter her name. This is crazy. Hey, Dr. JD, welcome, my love. Tristan says, and I don't believe in consequences. I believe God put that in my face for a reason. So now I could believe that Roxy knows where she's at. Tristan, always believe that, when you're working for the greater good, when you're working for the greater good, God is going to put it right there. You don't have to dig. You don't have to search. You don't have to manipulate. You don't have to be crooked, and you don't have to step on the next man. God is going to put it in your lap. Hey, Tay, welcome, my love. Happy Friday, boo. Debbie says, ask the question, why would Vari do that? He was part of the deceiving team. Debbie, he's part of it. Because if he's not a part of it, why the hell would Vari be on the spree that he's on with his mother at this very time? Why? Because if Vari stood for what's right, and I understand a child's love for their mother, I understand that. But if my mother ain't right, she ain't right, and she ain't walking me into the pits of hell, there's no way. You done already abandoned me once. You done turned my life upside down, and you fed my sister to the wolves. Why the fuck I want to roll the streets with you? Unless something is in it for me. I'm broke. I'm homeless. I have nothing. So I'm going to cling on to those that I know could keep me afloat no matter what it takes. And that's the hands that Vari fell into. April, thank you, my love, for that super sticker. Mocha, keep doing you. Much love and respect. Thank you so much, my love. Hey, Sherry, welcome, my love. Shauna said, that's why I say God cannot be here in the physical. He can't be. Shauna, God is everywhere, boo. Debbie said, yes, Tristan. She was in a church cult in Detroit for the last few years. Oh, yes, she was, and they trying to deny it. Trying to deny it. You can't deny that shit. You can't. Red, that's the $1 million question. Did they really run away, or were they sold away? Were they sold? Let me tell you. I said I wasn't going to go there, but Auntie Mo sent me something today. I'm going to put it on my wall. And it showed about family and the family of missing children. That man sat there and he said, children don't just come up missing like that. Some families breed children. They breed children for this purpose and this purpose only. Then they put a for sale sign on them. Then the children magically disappear. And whomever they sell them to, now these children are out there on the black market sold with no birth certificate. Anything happens to those children just happens because the buyer is not in possession of a birth certificate. That reminded me so much of Annette. It stuck like, okay, this is Annette. God is not pleased with what many people are doing when it comes to this case with Naziyah. God is not pleased. That family is going to suffer. That family is going to suffer. That's crazy. Kenyatta girl, even the foster children ran away. So Annette said, them children didn't run away. Those children had a price tag on their head. Hey, Cassandra, welcome, my love. Tristan says, ask yourself, for every time Roxy has found evidence, we have never heard about her going to jail, being at a police station, giving a report. Nothing. Tristan, I peeped that long time ago. Long time ago. And that's why I never hopped on the Roxy train. I don't support bullshit. I will not compromise my integrity and the passion that I have for this baby and seeking justice for her to follow a bunch of no damn bodies that's trying to make this shit what it ain't. Roxy and her mama both could go to hell with the lies that they tell. You could bullshit some people with your bullshit, but Mocha ain't one to be bullshitted. Mermaid Tay said they ran away because there were chains on the fridge. And they were chained up too in the basement. All we hear about is something happening in that basement. Girl, that basement was the devil's nest. If the walls of that basement could talk. Exactly, Michonne B. She said because that extended family full of bullshit and they're cowards. Full of bullshit and they are cowards. But you are who you are. You are who you are. Hey, Miss Low Key, welcome, my love. Debbie, thank you so very much, my love. Thank you so very much for that super sticker. Red says she couldn't get any profit for Anastasia and Drizella from Cinderella. Girl, Red, not today. Red, you crazy as hell. You hear me? Mo J says, thank you, my love, for that super chat. God sees all things. Do anyone remember the first video Roxy did? When the wall art shifted as she was, that wall, Mo J. Naziyah was shaking shit up then. Mo J, Naziyah was telling Roxy, bitch, stop lying on me. You don't know me. Naziyah was telling Roxy then, stop exploiting my name to benefit you. Roxy was selling lies then. That picture fell off that wall, shifted off that wall. And had we all been in Roxy's presence, we probably all would have ran out the room because I know she shit on herself. I know she did. Because that was not normal. Hey, Sister Bertha, welcome, my love. Happy Friday. That shit was crazy. But it was real. It was real. Naziyah has been speaking. And Naziyah is calling out those that mean her no good. No good. And all you have to do is pay attention. Paula says, why did the extended family only start calling CPS with Naziyah, knowing Annette had other children there? Sister Paula, that's my biggest thing. Had they did what the hell they were supposed to do, hey, Essie, welcome, my love. Had these people done what the hell they were supposed to do in the damn beginning, when all these other children came up missing in the name of running away, we wouldn't be here today wondering where the hell is Naziyah. Hey, I came with you today. Welcome, my love. So you sit and you let all this shit pass, all these years. All these years. And now they want to talk about it. Too late. Tristan says, and we discovered she had a CPS case that go back 40 years. How in the hell was she able to adopt children? Tell me that, Detroit. It's a conspiracy, Tristan. There's too many people involved in this shit. Hand in, hand out. The cover-up is real. Along with Annette demonic entities. And that goddamn statue that's sitting in the middle of Detroit. Detroit is doomed. And I hate to say it. More and more children will come up missing if they don't stop the Franks of the world, the Arabs of the world, from controlling what was once a city controlled by African Americans. But then you have them here at City Hall, at the prosecutor's office, at the mayor's office, at the church, at the bank. These people are being controlled. These people are being controlled by Arabs. Make this make sense. And it's the Arabs that's taking these babies out of here and got them, God knows where, with a price tag on their heads. Don't take much to figure that out. It's crazy as shit. Paula says Bari knows everything, but wanted us to believe he was Team Naziyah. He's Team Annette like all the rest. Paula, when Bari came out here and said, I'd rather y'all attack my Auntie Shannon and leave my grandma alone, I already knew what time it was for Bari. Hey, Nubian Barbie, welcome, my love. I knew what time it was when Bari stood 10 toes to protect Annette, knowing everything that he experienced with that monster. Evelyn says, Mocha, I don't understand what kind of mother and grandmother won't protect their children. I just don't understand it. I watch my boy's daddy around him make sure they was protected. And listen, a normal mother, Evelyn, a decent mother, a caring mother, this is what we would do. But they're not us. These people is far from being normal. What they normalize, we find disgusting. Mushy, hey, baby. She said I had to take a break because as a mom, a nana, a great grandma, I can't get my head around how that devil and twin pufferfish treat that baby. Mushy, I know. It's a lot. It's a lot. Debbie said that's a sign of guilt. Remember Shannon said, y'all know everything. And shut her mouth, and Debbie. And she meant that. See, we can't take away from Shannon everything. We know Shannon is a goddamn monster. We know Shannon is part of the problem. We know that Shannon contributed to the majority of this shit. Because we wouldn't be seeking justice for Naziyah. Had Shannon well, if society gave him a chance, why can't I? If Miss Shannon didn't decide to let Jarvis move in with her, and she lay there and have all them babies by Jarvis, and Jarvis get connected to Naziyah at an early age. Jarvis is with Naziyah at 2 years old, changing diapers and shit. If Shannon had not had Jarvis in the mix, the conversation we're having today would be non-existent. That's where Shannon failed Naziyah. Jarvis has been touching Naziyah a very long time. And they're still lying about that. I fought Shannon for that. But then when Shannon and Roxy was in that kitchen and that conversation took place, and Shannon said, "This is what you wanted, Roxy," I believe Shannon. Roxy knows far more. One love. Thank you, my love, for that super sticker. Roxy knows way more. Roxy's involved in this, just like everybody else. And I do believe that with all my heart she is. Leisure Lady said it's odd to see a man afraid of something. Dre is scared of them. Dre is afraid. You hear me? Huh? But what I don't understand is, if Dre is that afraid of those people, why the hell is Dre still there? It's not like Dre is outside. It's not like Dre don't have a place to call home. And it's damn sure not like Dre don't have family that's willing to take him in. So if Dre is that afraid, why the hell is Dre still there? He has no kids with Marquita. So that means he has no ties to Marquita. So if you see that this family is that corrupt, that crooked, got all this shit going on, why are you there? Hey, Shelly, welcome, my love. So is it the satanic part that's holding Dre hostage? It's something that's keeping him there. Hey, John Tay, welcome, boo. Hey, Nigel, welcome, my love. Make this shit make sense. This is crazy as shit to me. Paula says, damn, how much fixing does the house need? Every man that comes to that house is fixing something. That has to be a code. I believe so too, Paula. I believe so too. Hey, Lady V, welcome, my love. Tony says Vari ain't shit. He needs to stand up for his baby sister so he can get justice. Tony, he don't want justice. He don't want justice. Vari is chasing a bag. That's what he's doing. And don't know how. He's going by it all the wrong way. But he's just like his damn mother. A fast dollar. And no matter what it takes, that's the route they're going. Evelyn says, leaving them with the daddy by themselves. And when I get back home, I would question them and ask them, did they do anything to them? Did he touch them in the wrong way? Evelyn, you got her. Hey, Mariah, welcome, boo. Platt say, why was Nat allowed to keep foster children when almost all of them ran away at some point? Platt, that's the question. But I could only believe that Annette had somebody working right along with her through CPS that allowed that shit. I also believe, I also believe, just looking up Annette's history, Annette got about 50 aliases. So if she got 50 aliases, she got 50 different social security numbers. Annette is a scammer. Annette has done some shit. So who knows on paper what names, what social security numbers that Annette has on file with CPS when it comes to those children. Annette. Nard says, me personally, I feel Vari was already a pimp or was being taught to be that way because you are taught to protect your sister. So why not take her with you? I feel she was afraid of Vari as well. She could have been. She could have been. And Nige, to be totally honest with you, Naja, listen, this is the way I see it. Inside Annette's home, they were allowed to touch each other, right? And they called it a game. They called it a game. Shannon and Marquita slept with one another. Shannon and Marquita slept with all the little children that came along. So it don't surprise me if Shannon and Marquita had Vari to sleep with his little sister. It wouldn't surprise me one bit because Evangelist and Florentino, they touched Vari. Naziyah has been touched her entire stay at the devil's house by all different people. Hey, Patty Cake, welcome, my love. She's been touched by several people. And we have to remember, Naziyah was 2 years old. 2 years old. But this is the question that I have. If Annette had guardianship over Naziyah, why would Annette, I need y'all to help me with this. If Annette had guardianship over Naziyah, why in the hell would Annette allow Naziyah to live with Shannon, knowing Jarvis Butts was who he was? I don't get that. So it appears to me that it was a setup from the jump. It appears to me that this was all pre-planned. Hey, Deborah, welcome, baby. Hey, Melinda, welcome, my love. Mermaid Tay said she used the Bible. She used the Bible to beat them kids, just like they did the slaves to be obedient, cussing them out and praying at 6 a.m. She's the damn devil. She's the devil. The thing is, we have to call it for what it is. You can't sugarcoat. You can't choose sides. Because when it comes to this family, there's no damn side. None. Because they all, hey, Yakil, welcome, love. You can't choose sides because they all played a part. Everybody. These bitches can't make me believe the sky is blue. Even if I go outside and see it's blue. They're not trustable. Hey, Ocean Williams, welcome, my love. Hey, Tammy, welcome. Red says that lady didn't want to be found. She still hasn't made. Okay, I know you're talking about. You're talking about the girl. She's been in it too deep, Red. She's been working with them that she's been on them streets that long, and she's there. Mermaid Tay said she was a whole fashionista. She wouldn't wear that together. It's a video of her saying she wanted design clothes. Mermaid Tay. That's why I knew. All that shit they found talking about evidence, a onesie. This, that, nothing matched. So, mm-mm. Naziyah said, I'm the oldest of six. And if we was all going through this thing and I leave one of them and I know what's going one, that means he's okay what's going on. Naziyah, we gonna all be in this shit together. Together. One hurt. That's how I was raised. If one hurt, we all hurt. I don't understand this family. I'm an EA, baby. I don't understand this family. Oh, Carla, she's definitely a heartless demon. She's gonna pay for everything she's done. Platt, you understand? Fuck the cover up. Fuck it. We ain't staying solid. I don't. Hey, Ray Aisha, welcome, my love. I don't give a damn who comes and who goes. Gina, my girl, welcome. Fuck the cover up. Huh. All of this is horrible. That baby didn't deserve it. She didn't. Lori says, and Shannon kids need to get taken by CPS because I'm sure poor Janiyah is still being essayed. Lori, the last I heard, the kids are gone. That's the last I knew, that the kids are gone. You can't expect Annette to come on nobody's platform because Annette had to be threatened by DPD to do a news press conference to even let the world know that Naziyah was missing. So that goes to show you how much she really gave a damn. Annette waited until the next day to report that child missing. And then when it's time to do a press conference, she refused. Then they threatened to arrest her because they told her not doing that means you got something to do with it. And then when she gave that press conference, my, oh my, oh my. I want to know who you're talking to, Annette. Who are you talking to? Because y'all took Naziyah. Who is y'all? Y'all don't even know what's going on. Y'all don't know the story. Who are you talking to, Annette? That right there was very suspect to me. Christian said all these people out here playing games, saying they want justice for Naziyah. That's my feelings about that. Christian, that's it, that's all. Raisha says, good evening, Mocha, Nola, Bells, and chat. I'm ready for a great night and understanding. Raisha, that's all we here for, baby. We all here to get an understanding. Ain't no wrongs in this chat because we go work it out. Hey, Brown Sugar, welcome, my love. Tristan said I had to go back and listen to the video of the birthday party that we were trying to figure out if Jarvis was there. And you can clearly hear One of the kids say, "Daddy," and then Annette says, "You're lying." Annette even lies on the children. Even lies on the children. Hey, fine, welcome, my love. Lachelle said, "Mocha, justice will prevail for Naziyah, her cousins, the foster children, and other victims as well." Lachelle, I pray every day. I pray every day. But I do know the God I love and serve, He's going to reveal. The horns are going to come off Annette one way or another. And everybody that's involved in this shit, their horns too will fall. That child was innocent. Whatever ounce of innocence that this baby had, they stole it from her at a very young age. She didn't have a chance. She did not have a chance. Poor Naziyah was doomed from the womb. She was doomed from the womb, and they wrote it out. They continued to destroy her. They had Jarvis Butts touching that baby before she knew how to walk good. And that's a fact. Shannon needs to be under a jail cell. Definitely. Oh, yes, Tristan, God is definitely leading this case here. Debbie said when Mocha was speaking on the money, the family got paid. I threw it out there. So we wouldn't forget. Can't forget that, Debbie. Can't forget it. Big Perm said it. We can't forget it. Cassandra says, "Hey, Mocha, another lie, Shannon's twin sister did not turn down Jarvis. He wanted to be where Naziyah was. That would be with Shannon and Annette." Cassandra, I believe that. See, I don't give a fuck what Marquita said. No such thing as I don't like light-skinned men, bitch. Dre ain't a dark one. It's the lies they tell for me. And I wasn't going along with, she had no interest in Jarvis. She did. Jarvis did not choose her. Jarvis would have not chosen Shannon either. What made Jarvis choose Shannon is, like you say, his eye was on the prize, and that prize was Naziyah. Hey, Cecilia, welcome, my love. Mo J says, Naziyah's spirit will expose all that's involved. I believe that, Mo J, 100%. They know it. Their lion shield is crumbling down. That's why they're turning against each other. Listen, before it's all over, Mo J, you think they're turning on each other now. They're going to be to knock each other's heads off before it's all over. You wait on it. It's going to come. Christian said these children who have been in that house of horrors have seen and been through enough. We need to do better. Whenever someone talks about what they've gone through, it's another violation to them. Christian. We can't keep victimizing them. Naziyah then shook the world. Naziyah. A story speaks volumes. Naziyah's spirit is alive and well. And if you pay attention and if you're listening and if your heart is in the right place, she's going to speak to you too. She ain't coming to you if she don't feel that you don't have her best interest at heart. Naziyah wants the world to know. She wants the world to know she appreciates what each and every one of us is here doing on her behalf. Michonne B says, and I believe that. And let's not forget that Marquita's baby daddy was present. Monsters only stay where they can play. All of them. All of them. Kenyatta Marie says, I never jumped on the Roxy train either. Thank God for discernment. Kenyatta, you better believe it. Rock said it's crazy how family members are finding evidence outside on their damn own. Rock, that's the thing right there, sis. That's it right there. Laurie says, and Naziyah was skinny. They didn't feed her right. They neglected her in many, many ways. Many ways she was neglected. Christian says, amen, sister. Because I'm going to hop on that no bullshit train. I know that's right, sis. Melanie said, Auntie Mocha, I do recall on one of Rain of Fire videos, baby girl told Rain that Shannon had took some of her clothes from wherever they took her. Shannon will be revealed. Shannon will be stripped. That bad shape, log head turtle looking Shannon is going to have to be paraded through the city. Shannon is going to have to get hers. Michonne B said that basement was indeed where it went down. Why was there a mattress laying there? Come on now. Not only a mattress. Not only a mattress. Annette wanted us to believe that she took very good care of those children. She loved those children. But I don't understand, how could you love these children? And Annette, your big old grown ass is in that house. Shannon, overgrown ass, is in that house. 2 grown women. Sometimes Marquita is there with hers. So we're going to say 3 grown women in a house with children, all under the age of 15. And you mean to tell me you big bitches could not keep that house clean? That basement had laundry stacked up to the ceiling. But yet, y'all use Naziyah to babysit. Y'all use Naziyah to clean up. Y'all use Naziyah like a slave and still made that baby find the energy and the time to go lay on her back, prostitute, and make y'all money. Shit makes no sense. Valerie says, I remember that picture falling off the wall. When that picture fell off the wall, Roxy could have shit. Red says these children are going to be adults before you know it. Hey, Samantha, welcome. Red said these children are going to be adults before you know it. I hope they get help now so they won't act out later. I pray for that. I pray for that. I came with you today says, what is the cutoff on being a foster parent? Annette just makes the oldest child do the work, but there has to be a cutoff, right? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But I can't, the way this shit is going, I believe CPS finds these children at the ripe age. At the ripe age, where not only are there a check for Annette, see, Annette gives those that she don't have to have much responsibility for. She don't want to change a diaper. She don't want to spoon feed. She don't want to rock none of them. She don't want those kind. Annette want those kind that could babysit another baby. She want the kinds that can clean up, wash clothes and shit like that. And she want those, and it's all girls, she want them at that tender age where she could put them out there and put them on their back and let Eric Gamble introduce them into the world that they know. I know that's right, Meek. Meek said I would pack my babies and get the fuck out of Detroit. Facts. Mermaid Tay says, I told y'all, Detroit CPS system is fucked up. If they feed clean house kids not hurt or they don't speak up, they will barely do a follow-up. That's sad. Sad. Debbie said Jarvis hit a big connection in that Lebanon side of the family. That goes back to his grandfather. We're going to connect the dots with that too, Debbie. Debbie, we're going to connect the dots with Jarvis' background, his connection to Frank. Because all of this shit said like Tristan, there's a connection. When we got on that connection the other day, there's a connection. That connection is deeper than we know. And I will continue to scream. Those distractions will not take us from where God is bringing us. That's it, and that's all. Hey, Tip, welcome, my love. Sean B said, understand this, y'all. Understand this. Arabs know that black and brown communities are the least guarded. So that's where they pray. Police only want to lock us up or unalive us. They don't want to protect us. And they're giving Arabs, non-citizens, they're giving them more rights over us. And these weak, sick-minded, simple, black-ass people is feeding them their very own seeds for a couple of dollars. Red says Annette had grown men explaining their whereabouts. Vari didn't stand a chance. You understand? Chantel says, so June 20th is the final conference. I wonder what is going to happen on that day. Girl, we're going to wait and find out. I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting. Because when I wait, see what there is to see, hear what there is to hear, I want to be able to connect the dots my way. Because as far as we know, I read today. I read today. Once again, Jarvis charges. This is what the prosecutor's office put out. They listed his charges. Not only did they list his charges, they listed how much time he could receive for each charge if convicted. They also listed evidence. Listen well. They listed evidence that brings them to the conclusion that Naziyah is deceased. The evidence is she was recorded at the school for missing all those days with no excuse. The evidence also was no contact with her friends. Then they also said no interactions on social media platforms. They also said there was no there was no mention of her being on a cell phone or a laptop or an iPad. And they also said they had video footage of her getting off the bus. They had proof that she went to Ypsilanti with Frank and Jarvis. They said they had a receipt of Jarvis checking into the motel. And then they said they had a black hoodie. That's their evidence. That's their evidence. The charges that Jarvis could face if Jarvis is found guilty of unaliving Naziyah. Now, before I comment on him being found guilty of unaliving Naziyah, let me say this. They don't have not one piece of evidence listed saying that she's unalived. So at this point, I feel they're trying to build a case on him. They listed no evidence whatsoever pointing to her being unalived. So they said if he's charged with unaliving her, automatic life in prison without the possibility of parole. Being with her at the age that she is and the other little girls that's involved in this, Jarvis can receive a 15 to 20-year sentence. And then there's another charge where Jarvis could only receive 8 years. So at the end of the day, the prosecutor put all this information out, but nothing, you got all this evidence. But then the headline says, reasons we believe she's unalive. But the reasons don't make sense to me. But I'll let y'all do what y'all do, Detroit. That city is crooked as hell. Oh, and they had reasons to believe that she was pregnant by Jarvis Butts. Well, if they was out there tricking her, how the hell you know she was pregnant for Jarvis? How you know she was pregnant? You can't. You ain't got nobody. Hey, Olivia, you're welcome, love. This shit is crazy. Debbie says you can easily smuggle kids out the country, hide them in a foreign environment. Exactly. Exactly. Nubian Barbie said, Barbie is pathetic too. Because there's not a bone in my body where I would have abandoned my little sister when I know she's been abandoned her whole life. Nubian Barbie, talk your shit. Because that's where I'm at with Barbie. Hey, PJ, welcome, my love. Mermaid Tay said gentrification came in and it's no housing for these kids. Some even get sent to juvenile homes. It's so unfortunate. Now Trump canceled job courts. Now kids are on the streets or in the shelters. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. Debbie said Jarvis Connections goes back generations to his grandfather. That nationality got mafia influence, intelligence, and intentions. Debbie, would you be surprised? Would you be surprised? As a matter of fact, would any of you be surprised if they come up with a fake conviction on Jarvis, right? And then Jarvis mysteriously disappear, no longer in prison. Detroit is corrupt. The bigger people that's involved in this is corrupt. Too many higher ups involved. Hey, Lisa, welcome. God bless the truth, Mocha. I had to pause me to sneeze. Too many higher ups is involved. The mafia. Dirty Arab money. Black market. Jarvis is going to walk out of there. Jarvis is going to go to another country and live a new life under a different identity. And if that was not so, they would not be moving the way they're moving with this case. They would not be moving the way they're moving with this case. Money talks and bullshit walks. That's why they're shuffling their feet. Too many big people involved, and they don't want to be implicated in all of this shit. They don't want to be exposed. At the end of the day, Jarvis is going to the underground world. Hey, Steffi Jean. Let me go down there because, baby, Carla says Mark D act like he's afraid of them now. He may be. He may be. Eno says, I'm curious to know if there's a second beneficiary on that life insurance. Eno, I don't give a damn if they had 15 beneficiaries on that life insurance policy, right? Nobody, no insurance. Nobody, no insurance. Rock, that's what I said about Dre. I believe Dre got dirty secrets too. That's why he's still there. I do believe that Dre Asden got beat in that house several times. That I do believe. Y'all crazy. Paula says, imagine being that low of a woman. Imagine that you keep forcing a relationship with a man to keep having kids, knowing you have aged out of what he desires. Damn. Damn. That makes sense, Paula. Lots of sense. And that's who those people are. Raven says the whole family is corrupt. They all have a part in trying to play the world with these lies. But that whole family are monsters. And anyone participating is just as guilty. Say that, Raven. Justice for Naziyah. These people try to play us crazy far too long. Far too long. I refuse to fall for their bullshit. Their bullshit is their bullshit. I don't want no parts of it. Hey, Shania, welcome. Steffi Jean said he may have been doing stuff there as well with them kids. I believe that. Hey, Nisha. I don't put nothing past no one that resides in a home with them big Oompa Loompas. Nothing. Dre may have a story to tell, but there's a reason that he's still there. Ain't no decent man. Hey, Akita Campbell, welcome. Dre ain't no decent man. Ain't no decent man would stay there knowing all what he knows. Damn. Samantha says either Dre have been voodooed or they got something on him if he leaves. Samantha, I believe that. I do believe that. I believe that. You can see it plain as day. Plain as day, you can see it. Paula says, I know Dre only curse him out every time she see him. I curse his ass out or whip his ass, one of the two. Charlotte said Dre is not being held hostage. They moved into a new place. She's throwing that satanic puppet fish on him. Oh, Lord. Damn. Lori says Annette and Shannon let a known peddle around kids, and they both are walking free. They're not going to be walking free for long. Hey, baby girl, they won't be walking free for long. I believe, Tristan says, I believe Annette gave Jarvis to Shannon. Why else would he be able to come and go as he please? That man has more kids and children in Detroit than the population itself, and Annette said nothing. Tristan, she said nothing and she knew everything. She said nothing and she knew everything, Tristan. They're part of the problem. All this shit was part of a setup. Y'all are crazy. Y'all ass is crazy. Nisha, thank you for the super sticker, my love. Let me go further down in the chat because I'm missing some shit. Y'all know how I get. I just talk and talk and talk. Tristan says, Naziyah went to the doctor, and I'm sure they drew blood to test for physicals. With that being said, her DNA was tested. So if you're saying Jarvis is 100% the father, who tested the baby? Tristan all in my head. Tristan. Hey, M. Gray, welcome. Tristan, that part. Who tested the baby, Tristan? Who? Debbie says, think about it. Shannon and Annette know. That's why they were so nonchalant answering. They know they could disappear next. And that's the problem, Debbie. That's the problem. They sacrificing Naziyah to save their damn selves. Because wherever and whomever got control over their ass too. And they could easily come up missing. Akita said, thank you for welcoming me. I was following in the bushes and now I'm on the front line. Thank you so much and welcome to the Nola Bells family. Hey, Miami's finest. Happy Friday, my love. This shit is crazy. And that's all we want to know. Who tested the damn baby? Damn, Karen. Karen said he's selling dishes, dinners, and having car washes. Hey, Jacqueline, welcome, my love. And that's what we want to know, Tristan. Who tested that baby? Who tested the unborn baby for them to sit up there and say they know 100% that Jarvis Butts is the father? But you got Naziyah out there tricking, putting money in y'all pockets. But y'all done set Jarvis Butts up. And when I say shit like this, it's not me saying this to give Jarvis Butts a pass because he don't deserve one, because he's a complete monster. But we have to put right where right belongs. You may not be my cup of tea. I may not like you. I don't like what you stand for. I don't like who you are. But if you're right, damn it, you're right. And if you're wrong, I'm going to call you out on your shit. Jarvis Butts is a monster. Jarvis Butts is wrong for a lot of shit. And nobody likes to hear Mocha say this. But with all the children that Jarvis Butts have, hey, Mary, welcome. With all the children, and if y'all don't agree with what I'm saying, I need y'all to speak up on it and we could talk about it. With all the children that Jarvis Butts has, all the babies that Jarvis Butts has made with young girls, grown women. Jarvis Butts had a he had a special kind of feeling for Naziyah. I'm not going to say he fell in love with her. No, Naziyah was an opportunity. Naziyah was at the ripe age that Jarvis could mold her into everything that he wanted her to be. Now, with all the other babies that Jarvis has out there, and Shannon knows about them, because it's a possibility that two of the babies by underage girls, they're in Shannon's possession, right? Why would Jarvis take Naziyah out of here like that? I don't think he would. I don't think he would. Why Naziyah's baby? Why? Why? Akita says, I really appreciate these content creators digging into this family. Some may say this takes the focus off of finding Naziyah, but what are they doing is telling her story. That's it, and that's all. Thank you so very much for saying that. Akita says it brings awareness to signs moms may be missing and possibly convicting some parents' spirit. Say that. I'm so glad you dropped in. Karen said Dre is scared to leave because he don't want him to say he had nothing to do with it. Dre ain't shit. Dre ain't shit. Debbie said Jarvis' eyes told a lot. And I know for a fact Annette was scared to look at him, and pretending she didn't see him was easier to do. I believe that too. I believe that too. I believe that. Annette made my blood boil. Hey, Tan, you're welcome, sis. Annette made my blood boil. Sitting there pretending she didn't see or know Jarvis was in a courtroom. Bitch, please. Cecilia says, Mocha, every day another baby is unalived. I'm sick of this shit, Cecilia, you and me both. Bertha says, if Dre go anywhere, they go turn on his ass. Shannon said, Dre, you lived with us. And she made it known too, sis. She made it known. Akita, I'm with you. I believe Annette made money off those children too. I do believe that. Mermaid Tay says, Marquita even told her daughter not to tell her father what happened at the shop. You know them motherfuckers sick, all of them. Mermaid Tay. So why? Why? Why would I believe what a fucking Marquita say? Why would I believe what Dre says? Why would I believe what Shannon says? And they were all under the same roof with Naziyah. So if I ain't gonna believe what the fuck they say and everything they coming back and have said is proven to be a lie, you know damn well I ain't stretching my arm out to the extended family because they don't know shit. That's just lies piling up on top of more damn lies. No way. Akita says, I know a lady who grew up in that life, and you would think that would make her cautious of her daughters with people. Nope. She said it's life and it happens. They will get over it with oh Lord. Oh Lord. That she's a piece of shit. She said they know they can disappear next because Frank did it. Frank is a son of a bitch. Frank is more deeper in this. Akita said those people are too disorganized to pull this off, leaving behind hardly nothing. I like the way you think. Carla says, Mocha, did you hear about it's been another 13-year-old pregnant by Jarvis? But they have her in state custody, Carla. Carla. Kind of heard that last night here in the chat. So, Carla, they said the 13-year-old that's pregnant, that's in state custody, is his daughter. Shannon's daughter. Now, if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, but that's what passed through this chat last night. But we'll find out. Because when I'm wrong, I could come back and say I'm wrong. But that's what circulated in this chat last night. That's why Shannon supposedly went to court. That's what they said. That came in here last night. Hey, Asia, welcome. Hey, Diamond Star. Akita said they probably did to Jarvis what they did to the man that they thought was Naziyah's dad. Mm, mm. Tristan says, Annette, you knew that baby was pregnant back in August. When she told Jarvis in December she was going to fail Jim because she was getting too big and was starting to show. Tristan, they all knew. They all knew. Akita said, her asking Jarvis for pads, didn't that seem off? Hell yes, it did. When you got a house full of grown ass women and you got to go to Jarvis for pads? Huh. I have two thoughts because she was already pregnant when she was asking for sanitary supplies. Akita, I believe when the question came up about them sanitary supplies, I believe she was already pregnant. I do. I do. She wanted his attention back after he pulled away. Annette was getting on his nerves the further along she got. I think he thought that was Shannon texting him like she was Naziyah. Hello? Hello? And Jarvis Pass never said he was a murderer. Shut your mouth. That's my word in here, Aikita. My word has always been for as nasty as he is. For as nasty as he is. Jarvis will stick his dick in a goat. But Jarvis ain't unaliving nobody. Fine says young kids who don't have friends come over or they don't go over friends' houses. Red flags about the child's home. Fine, red flags, baby, red flags. Tip says, if Annette knew what was going on between Naziyah and Jarvis, then why would Naziyah beg the teacher not to tell Annette? It's not making sense, Tiff. Whole lot of lies, whole lot of holes. Whole lot of lies. And I'm not running with their damn lies. Hey, Leanne, welcome, sis. Mocha, keep your foot on their neck. Thank you, my love. Akita said he thought he was a player. Too much of a player to get caught. Think about the daughter that testified against him. Sheesh. Leela said, why Annette got rid of her car after Naziyah went missing and got another from Frank? Did he own a car lot? Yes, girl, yes. Leela, she ended up getting another car because the night that Naziyah went back home, Shannon and Marquita. Now, this is only Mocha's observation. And I have a right to feel how I feel and believe what I believe. I believe the night they said that Naziyah stayed out all night with Jarvis. I believe Naziyah went home. Jarvis did bring Naziyah home that night. And Jarvis brought Naziyah home. Shannon and Marquita. Annette had to drill them all day because the day was already off. The way they say shit happened is not how it happened. Why y'all have to think about it. Why would it be that particular day that Naziyah would get on the bus to go to school? Why would it be that particular day that Naziyah would ride the bus home from school when Annette sit her black ass on that witness stand and clearly testified how she would bring him to school and pick him up? Then Annette, come on now. Y'all lying talking about Naziyah probably was y'all thought she was at the after school programs when clearly Shannon come back and say Naziyah was punished and Annette pulled her from all after school extracurricular activities. This shit ain't making sense. Hey, Pink Goddess, welcome. Shannon, that night, Jarvis brought Naziyah back. Shannon beat the piss out of Naziyah. Her and Marquita beat the piss out of Naziyah. And the reason for Annette getting a new van a week later, a couple of days later, is because when they moved Naziyah out of Annette's home, they transported her in that van. And all of Naziyah's DNA is in that goddamn van. At least the blood was. They need to hang Annette from a fucking tree. Akia says, I believe she begged the teacher not to tell because she knew she was supposed to keep the family's secret. However, the pressure from Shannon and the pregnancy itself was too much for her. This is a lot. Right, Rock? Because that's what that was the word they put out. She claimed they were running away together. This is sickening. Right, baby girl? Shannon gots to go down. Shannon gots to take a fall for this. Jacqueline said Annette was lying her behind off on that stand when she said Jarvis never came to her house. If you saw that birthday party for Porker, Annette almost broke her neck. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Lady V says, just listen to Kim Worthy. I just listened to Kim Worthy's video. She said Jarvis checked into the hotel. Right. But she did not say Naziyah was with him. Am I missing something? Nope. She said, she has a receipt of Jarvis signing into the motel. But not once did she say Naziyah was with him. And then another time she came out, she claimed that there was video showing Naziyah going into the motel. She's all over the place. But then Naziyah went in, but this didn't see Naziyah make an exit. This shit is crazy. Too many stories. And they're bouncing off of one another. Akita says, we know he liked options because she was not only trying to bring another child into play, but he was messing with his child and Shannon's sister's child. Ani Mo says, what if what triggered all of this was Shannon finding out Jarvis got her daughter pregnant? Now she flipping out. What she expected? She's going to be doing more than flipping out. What did she expect? What did she expect? She knew Jarvis was sleeping with Naziyah. She was the no good ass mama that was sending her daughter and Naziyah to the shop. She knew what was going on at the shop. She approved of it. So what did she expect from this? So here we are. Here we are. So if Shannon's daughter is pregnant, see, I got to make sense of this now. If Shannon's daughter is actually pregnant, this I don't know for certain. I don't know this for certain. If Shannon's daughter is really pregnant, right? I want to believe it was February 7th that Jarvis turned himself in. So if Jarvis turned himself in on February 7th, here we are 4 months later. So what? Is the little girl 4 months pregnant? Further along than that? You mean to tell me they're just discovering, or they didn't discover this until she went to got in CPS custody? I'm confused. I'm confused. Let me go down to these questions, child. Tristan said in that live with Roxy and Shannon, she stated, if we want to believe Shannon told Roxy that was giving the pregnancy test to Janiyah. I heard that. Carla says, Lady V, also a cop said that in court, that Jarvis went in the motel with Naziyah, but he didn't come back out with her. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But we'll see. Debbie says, I wonder if the docket is updated and it's public. If it's a juvenile involved, it might not be. But if Shannon is charged, it will tell it all. Yes. Yes. Thank God it says trust. Jarvis is going to give them something for a lesser charge. He's talking. Leela said, I believe he took her home too, Mocha. Leela, I believe it. I believe it. Mo J says, riddle me this. How is it that the pediatrician didn't call in a case when the physical showed Naziyah's hymen was broken? She disappeared at 12. Everybody needs to go down. Moj, that's where it all should have stopped. That's where it all should have stopped. She took a physical. Shit wasn't right. Everybody needed to be picked up. Everybody. I believe that was Shannon asking for. I believe that was Shannon asking for pads too. Beautiful Soul said, I don't think she came up missing in January. I think it was the last of December. Beautiful Soul. Me personally, I'm with you right there. But Beautiful Soul, I went a little deeper because I think, the real my girl, thank you for the cash app. Beautiful Soul, I believe this happens sometimes in November. I believe that. Baby girl said they definitely contradict their own lies because the truth don't change. And it don't. It don't. Karen says, hold on. Where that van at? I'm asking the bushes. Ask them, Karen. Shake the shit out of the bushes. Somebody in the bushes could tell you what the fuck that van at. Hey, Johnny Gray. Somebody could tell you. Jacqueline says, I don't know how they sleep at night. They don't. Demons don't sleep, boo. Red said, word is, Kenya replaced the van. Got Annette a new one. Not sure where the old one is. Got it from Frank, boo. Got it from Frank. Beautiful Soul said, I think Naziyah was competition for her. It's one thing to put up with the baby mama from another woman, but it's another thing you're putting it up with your own niece. A niece that she gave to the man. And it just went too goddamn far. It went too far. Karen crazy. Karen said, somebody passed me a stick. Them bushes ain't answering me. Where that van at? Where that van at, girl? Where's the damn vans? Debbie says Jarvis is the backup plan. I think Annette was going to try to frame the autistic guy. But his family moved away. He was going on record as the baby daddy, and Naziyah wasn't having it. That autistic guy's story was a front. Listen to me and listen to me well. Debbie, that autistic guy's story was a front. There was no autistic guy that touched Naziyah that they tried to make us believe. The person who they labeled as autistic or wanted to put out in the universe was autistic. It was Annette's own son. He has a record. He's another Jarvis. He's a registered offender as well. That's who touched Naziyah. They lied too goddamn much. Akita says, keep in mind, they ended up with the baby's phone after King said she was on it the whole time. Akita, shut your mouth. You were on the same page with Mocha. How the hell she didn't come back from Ypsilanti like y'all want the world to believe? How the hell did Jarvis and King get rid of her like y'all want us to believe? But y'all end up with the phone. Y'all end up with the tablet. Y'all go plant clothes, get the fuck out of here. The lies you people tell. Miss Sean B said the fact that Shannon turned the focus on Dre is exactly what the guilty does deflect. Top Flight says she can't still be pregnant. She had to have had that baby. Ooh, Top. See, I didn't even know about her being pregnant. This is some shit. Wow. 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 You're, it was enough for your niece. It's enough it was your niece. But your own damn child. This family is sick. Akita says they suckered him into having to help by convincing him that it was a possibility it was his child. Akita saying everything that I done said. Lady V said there's just yeah, that wasn't me. That was StreamYard. I hope you all could hear me. It was StreamYard tripping again. So let's see what it says. Well, I forgot where the hell I was at. Right. With this claim she wore the next day, that shit, it ain't adding up. Oh, I got two mochas on the screen. Shut your mouth. Jarvis done a lot of things. A lot of things. But I don't believe Jarvis was an unaliver. Let me find where I was before they flipped me up out of here. I'm with Tanya. Tanya said the math ain't mathing. The math ain't mathing. Ms. Buell said, my question, can the courts have a case on Jarvis with having a relationship with baby girl? It seems to be hearsay. The family is protecting him by calling him just their uncle. I don't trust that. Ms. Buell, in my opinion, not only should this case be against Jarvis, this case should also be against Eric Gamble, because he touched her too. Thank you, Olivia. I'll grab it in a minute. Hey, D, welcome, my love. She had relations, well, forced relations with Eric Gamble as well. He's registered. And there's proof out here that she's been with Eric Gamble. Eric Gamble needs to be charged as well. As well, you don't leave none of them out. None of them should be left out. Akita said they suckered him into having to help by convincing him that it was a possibility that was his child. And that's exactly how I feel about that. Lady V, I'm with you. Lady V said there are just too many phones involved. Naziyah's phone would have been in an adult's name. So how do you How do they know which phone belonged to who? That's my point, Lady V. Too many devices. Too many. And who's to say that they turned them all in? Mm. This is crazy. And it gets deeper. Christian says, I don't know. I don't know if Jarvis or Shannon's daughter is pregnant. I haven't heard it, but from one other Cece. Girl, I don't know. I got it here out of the chat last night. So it didn't come from Mocha. It came from a subscriber. So Mocha could only say what I feel based on what was said here. But if that child is pregnant, that's a goddamn shame. It's shameful. But we'll find out. This is sad. Hey, the real Karen. She said no. She would have had that baby by now. Jarvis turned himself in last year, 20. Girl, you're right, 2024. I'm all in a different year. Thank you for clarifying that, the real Karen. I don't even believe that. So that means if she didn't have that baby by now, ain't nobody said shit. Or she had the baby. Where's the baby? The baby within CPS? Who? I don't know. Or is that one of the babies that's questionable with Shannon? Maybe. This case is a lot. This shit is sick. This is sick. Right, Flight. I'm with you now. I was all in the wrong year. I'm still thinking we in this damn year. Girl. This is crazy. Oh my God. Keita says we have to remember that. Although she was a child and they robbed her of her innocence, the household that she grew up in, don't think she did not pick up that bad habit. She was trained. She was groomed to be everything that she is. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, y'all. Every night, every damn night, we flip this shit on is something different. Sean said, Miss Sean B say, right top. One, unless it's not Janiyah. Two, it's not by Jarvis because she would have delivered by now. Or three, simply another rumor. I don't do rumors. I can't. 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 This shit is crazy. And that would be so unfortunate. That would be so unfortunate if it's just a rumor against another damn child. That if it's just a rumor, why keep victimizing children? It's enough we're dealing with Naziyah. I pray to God Janiyah is not pregnant. I pray to God that Janiyah never had a baby. This is hurtful. It's hurtful. Wow. Akita, I'm with you. It's deeper than these low class ass people. Right, Mermaid Tay? Because Shannon was putting that shit in Jarvis' head. Remember, she said she probably was out there fucking when they were saying she didn't come home. Right. Right. Debbie said that's why none of their stories about what she wore the last days matching at all. At all. Those lies I don't need, I don't want, and I will not elaborate. All I know is sick. Karen says Roxy said the clothes was in a bag. I still ain't seen no bag, Karen. Roxy's a motherfucker. Mermaid Tay said then Annette said she took her one time. But why? She was doing good in school. No, she took it because that's when they found out. And that's why Naziyah started using the tablet. Rock said these people answer to the devil. They're puppets to something way more sinister. That part, Rock. This shit is wicked. Erica says maybe she didn't check down there. Maybe grandma was talking, answering all the questions. Her grandma could have told the doctor she wasn't active. Even if she would have mentioned to the doctor she wasn't active. It was the doctor's duty, Erica, to check. She was at that age. She had to be checked. Right, Akita? I'm with you on that one. Those kids were in that house laying with one another. Do you think a child knows how to turn that off? That's how I feel on that one. Wow. Wow. Akita said that home was the breeding ground for this. The evangelists and all of them who loud. How do you think Kenneth knew Vari was struggling with his identity? Hello? Hello? Fine says if his daughter was pregnant and gave birth, a strong possibility that child will have special needs in some way. Oh shit, they're fine. That family is used to special needs children. Look at Shannon and Marquita. Akita said Annette's son had Vari, and so did the evangelist. I bet my life. Mm, 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 mm. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Lord. Sabrina says, Akita, you have to go find the text message between Vari and Big Perm. Sabrina, that's disgusting, girl. Those text messages were oof, oof, child. I bet you Vari could kick his own ass that those text messages leaked. I bet he could. That's disgusting. Whew. Dr. J.D. said Mocha. Silverback said Jarvis was like an uncle to Naziyah. They weren't married, not even engaged. And that in itself made her sound stupid. Oh, yeah, Akita. Definitely should be a RICO case. Telling y'all, Jarvis is going to walk out of here For as messed up as this is, type of people we're playing with, the type of people that's involved, all the secrets that they're trying to hide, and all the cover-ups that's going to be made. That dirty money is going to get Jarvis out of here, and Jarvis is going to get a new identity elsewhere. Like this shit never happened. Like it never happened. Miss Sean B said, so he the dad and the granddaddy? Is what was said? Lord, the math ain't mathing. I'm not touching that shit no more. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. That's crazy. Deborah Crosby says that baby is with somebody in that church. That church is dangerous. That church is dangerous. Right, Dr. J? This is some sick shit. Debbie says, I truly believe if it came into fruition, Jarvis would not have been on record as the father. They've lied about all other fathers to cover up the nastiness. That part, Debbie. Mermaid Tay says, please stop. If we don't know facts, don't wish that on a baby. The power of the tongue is a sword. Mermaid Tay, say that shit again. Because that was a hard pill for Mocha to swallow. To even fathom that we had another victim on our hands. I heard that in here last night and I ignored it. Oh my God. Nisha said spreading a rumor is insane. It's a lie that one chooses to spread, Nisha. Olivia B says, and Olivia B, which that's sad if it's not true. Olivia B said there are creators putting that out about Janiyah. I could never. I could never. I could never. As a mother, as a grandmother, fuck, as a decent human being, this family is already fucked up. These children have been through enough. These children have been traumatized to a point of no fucking return. Why, as a grown-ass person, we would put this out on children that don't deserve not an ounce more pressure than they've already been through? I could never. Tanya says they're worse than a roller coaster ride. There are too many twists and turns. Tanya, I'm with you. I'm with you. Hey, Deidre, welcome, boo. It's sad. It's hurtful. You don't do that shit to children. You have to look at yourself if you're decent. If you have children, if you have grandchildren, will you want yours exploited that way? That is hurtful. These children have been through enough of fucking trauma. Karen says, no, Mocha. They asked me if I could look to see if the child is. So they, oh Lord. Please don't, Olivia. I respect you for that. Olivia says, I heard it, but I'm not going to say the channel because I don't want to spread it. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you. I don't want, oh God. Oh God. Red said, that's true. Parental presence is optional, but child confidentiality. Whew, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Nisha. I love you for that. I love you for that, Nisha. Tanya said, absolutely. So that means the doctors are part of, so many people is involved in this, girl. Akita said, y'all don't let them clothes being out there fool y'all. Don't forget that other young men, some across, came across some clothes, left them there. Then Roxy said she found them, and then the detective said he found them. That's where I stopped. That's when I knew this shit was pre-manufactured. That's how I know this case ain't going nowhere. That's how I know it's a shit show. Because how the fuck can a detective come right behind Roxy and say he found some shit, but then the shit ain't in evidence? Something don't add up. Debbie said, yep, that needs to be fact checked. Seriously. We don't want to put that out on Janiyah if it's rumor milled. Let me tell you something, Debbie. At this stage of the game, I'm going to tell you how Mocha feels about that. At this stage of the game, whether Janiyah is pregnant, yes or no, Mocha don't give a fuck. And I'm going to tell you why she don't. I'll tell you why she don't. Because I'm not going to sit up here and hold a whole discussion about Janiyah. It's enough that poor Naziyah is going through what she's going through. That made Janiyah another victim, right? Janiyah is still breathing. Janiyah still has access to social media. How would a child feel? You see, children have no boundaries these days. They go where adults go. How would that feel to that baby? Even if it is true. Logging into social media and hearing grown ass people speak ill on her. It's not my business. It's not my fucking business. Some things are worth respecting. And when it comes to children, it's enough. This situation with Naziyah got us exposing all kind of shit. Some things are left to be unsaid. My Lord. Karen said my daughters are 9, 12, and 14. They asked if they can look my girls. They say, no, that's my business down there. Tanya said, this makes me sick to my stomach. Tanya, you and me both. Lady V says, all I know, there was a reason Jarvis' attorney kept focusing on those text messages with Shannon. An attorney doesn't ask a question they don't know the answer to. So Shannon has a problem, a big one, a big one. Everything was a plant, Aikita. Everything was a damn plant. This is crazy. Hi, Angela. Welcome to the chat, baby. She said, those poor children. My heart breaks for them all. All those children need to get some intense therapy. I pray to God they do. I pray to God they do. Akita says, by now, Jarvis has realized they set him up. Don't think he's going to sit there and take this. If he does, it's because he's scared of the bigger person, which is Frank. Hmm. There's absolutely no evidence that we know of as of now that will connect him to unaliving her. That's right. Shalonda says, which could explain, oops, the last baby. I ain't touching that shit. Carla says, the subs and okay. Right, Carla, we all talk. We're not blaming nobody for nothing. Believe that, Carla. We're not blaming anybody for nothing because everybody voices their opinions, right? Everybody says certain things. But we have to be mindful what we put out in the atmosphere. We really do. Mushy says, I thought Janiyah was 11 years old when he got arrested. And isn't she the eldest daughter to Shannon? That's deflection again. It's a lie. It's a lie. You can't help a child. You don't hurt a child, especially if they're already wounded. Animo says, I feel like the family dropped these damn lies to give people distractions to dig up because we get too close to the truth. I'd have never dug into that. I don't care who dropped it or where it came from. Some things you have to use your discernment on. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I'm not going to sell my soul to the devil. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. It's a distraction. Angela says, that devil ass grandmother only wanted a check. She never cared about those children. That lady needs to be put under the jail and let the inmates deal with her. It's going to be even deeper than the inmates. Jacqueline says, Mocha, didn't Annette say she gave Naziyah a tablet for Christmas? So is that the tablet that Shannon turned in to the detective? Or was she sending messages from a school tablet or computer? For all the years I've worked in the school system, I don't know how other states work. I don't know how other school systems work. I've worked in the school system for 23 years. For all the years that I worked in the system. And any assigned device, school issue device given to a student, the firewalls, the security on a school issue device had these kids to the point to where as if it was not anything related to school, because you had to sign in using the school's email address. If it didn't have nothing to do with the school, those kids could not reach out to nobody personally. So this is what I'm not understanding. How is it that this baby was able to communicate with this man from a school's device? This is crazy. This is damn crazy. Miss Sh- Miss Sean B said, yeah, people start rumors so some channels look foolish, pushing that nonsense along. I wish the hell I would. I wish the hell I would. Oh, Lord. Okay, let me move right along. Shalonda said, my thing is Shannon on stand said they had an uncle-niece relationship. Shannon was foul as hell for that. Foul as hell. You hear me? Sean be talking to the bushes. Bush people, yes. Nobody will know that you're here to learn how to show respect while disagreeing or how to interact with compassion. Just quietly hit the like button. No one will know it's okay. Oh, y'all crazy. But guys, this is crazy. Yeah, I saw that video of them finding the clothes. Tristan said, see, they weren't expecting Jarvis to reschedule for turning himself in. Why did it become public after he turned himself in? Tristan, that's the $1,000,000 question. It didn't become public until after he turned himself in. And this shit was going on all while he was out there running amok. Let me tell you, it's part of the conspiracy. It's a true conspiracy theory. Right, Red? That's what I know. Because those kids can't even bring the school laptops home. You know? Well, they issued them out to them during COVID, but then they had to return them back. And they couldn't do nothing but schoolwork on them. So this shit ain't making sense. Leela said it's the same in Michigan schools. It's the same in Michigan schools. Devices is used for school only, Mocha. Okay, Leela, so this shit ain't adding up then. They're lying on this child. And even a damn prosecution lying on this baby. How the hell could this baby send messages to this man on a school device if here it is, somebody's from Michigan saying that Michigan schools have firewalls? Man, stop this shit. So now, the focus should be on a goddamn prosecutor. You want us to focus on Jarvis to take the heat off your ass, but you're lying to build a case. That shit is crazy. Right, Tristan? That's what Shannon said. She called her off of a school tablet, looking for directions. That's crazy. Hey, almighty streams. And like I said, Kim Worthy thinks she slick. She done messed up big time. And still messing up. But you want us to take the focus off of Jarvis and not focus on the mistakes that you are making, ma'am. Because you know goddamn well there's no way this child could have been connecting with Jarvis and nobody else off of a school laptop. I don't believe she did either, Sabrina. Jacqueline said, Mocha, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Because Annette said she took her tablet. I'm so confused. You gotta make it make sense. You gotta make it make sense. Akita said, can't speak on Janiyah, and we don't have facts. But Naziyah, we have a paper trail and a bunch of low-class people that can't keep their lives together. That part. That part. And Sean B says, I don't victimize adults. I would never do that to children, much less those that are already hurting. God ain't happy with that, and that part. Man, that's crazy. Almighty streams, hey boo. Olivia says, I think everyone knows my opinion on Jarvis. I think he's guilty and going down. However, I do respect everyone's opinion, as you should, Olivia, and everyone should respect yours as well, because this is who we are here. We may disagree, but we are a community of love here where we can agree to disagree. Bertha said children in Texas do bring their tablets home. Right, Lila King said she did have her phone. Tristan says, but if she never came home. Shannon. Tristan, that's the $1,000,000 question, Tristan. If she never came home, where y'all get the school device from? It goes back to what I said. Naziyah went to school that day. Naziyah rode the bus home, like they said. Naziyah got off of that bus. Naziyah went in the house. Shannon got on the phone and called Jarvis. Told Jarvis Tudor was home. Naziyah changed her clothes. And Jarvis and King, well, not Jarvis, because Jarvis ain't say shit. King was a fucking lie. They didn't turn around because they saw Naziyah walking. Jarvis and King drove up to Annette's house and picked Naziyah the hell up. Naziyah is pregnant. The distance to Frank to the shop where they work from Naziyah's bus stop, that's a 2-mile walk. You think Naziyah was going to walk 2 miles pregnant? They lied. They lied. Deborah says, I just asked my great-granddaughter, can you get in touch with the outside on a school tablet? She said, no, you cannot. She is in a Michigan school. Thank you so very much for that. Akita said, Jarvis' lawyer focused on those texts because they're going to expose Shannon with them. She used to play games acting like she was Naziyah. Trust me. Oh, I believe he called her out on that. Jarvis was playing on that notepad too much. He called her ass out. The real Karen said the clothes are the biggest lie. Because there's no way that pink jumpsuit stayed hanging in the dry the whole time. It didn't look wet, tampered with, or nothing. Girl, it was just as brand new. This is crazy. Right, Flight, she didn't call Shannon. It was another lie. Carla Wright, those kids are all victims. All victims. Akita said Jarvis probably said, Shannon, I know this, to fat ass get on. She didn't reply back, proving it was her and not the baby. I could believe that. I could believe that. He didn't want the grown women. He used them to get close to their children. And once the mamas found out, he had to keep laying with them. And that's it, and that's all. Top Flight said, listen to Shannon ass on that stand. She said Naziyah asked her about that address. Same time, same week, she went missing. Top, we picked all of that up. Shannon is a lie. Damn, Platt said that family name is Can't Get Right. The real Karen said the clothes is the biggest throw off. They really are. They really are. And Sean B said, Top, that sounds like breadcrumb. Now, is it in the opposite direction or no? Girl. Akita said Shannon had 5 kids because she hung his dark secrets over his head. after finding out it was more than just her, Janiyah and Naziyah. Oh, Bertha, thank you for saying that, because we shout that every chance we get. We love both Naziyah and Janiyah. We love them. Almighty Stream says, wonder where the blue and white tennis shoes. They should be at home if she didn't have them on. These people is crazy. These people are sick. Wanda said Shannon beat her, called Jarvis to come get her, and he called Roxy to get her. That part. Who loud? This shit is deeper than you know. And we could go on and on and on for hours. It's a lot. It's a lot. Mermaid said Annette's house and Jarvis' shop was kind of far. She was walking for a long time. That is how I know somebody dropped off. Jarvis went pick her up. Lady V said those clothes may be thrown out as evidence if they were tampered with, and they were. Akita says they didn't count on this baby craving a father figure, and Jarvis was as close to one that she was going to get. That's it, and that's all. Jarvis gave this little girl everything that she was looking for. This little girl was being mistreated by the very people that were supposed to love and protect her. She had to beg for food. She was begging for attention. She begged for affection. They wouldn't buy her decent clothes. Everything that they failed to give her, Jarvis, just like the snake that he is, he watched it. Jarvis watched the neglect. And when Jarvis watched, paying attention how they neglected her, he knew what to say. He knew what to do. And $20 to 13 years old was a lot of money. He groomed her, and she fell for it because she didn't understand. And the only reason she didn't understand is because she wasn't raised right. She didn't understand because she was introduced to touching at a very early age. She didn't understand because nobody stepped in to save her. She was bait. And now this is where we are. And that's sad. That's sad. But guys, I'm going to end this live. It's been another awesome night as usual. As usual, another awesome night. Once again, we covered a lot. We do what we do respectfully. We talk about a lot of things. And I respect the fact that, and that's why I love you all so much, because you all love each other. You all respect one another. And we're to the point where we could respectfully agree to disagree. And for everything that's coming out right now, we're going to keep Naziyah lifted in our prayer, as well as Janiyah, because we can't not keep all these kids in our hearts, because they're all suffering. They're all suffering. I appreciate each and every one of you tonight. All y'all opinions matter. And because we're where we are with this conversation, It's a possibility I may hop on live tomorrow, but it'll be early during the day. It'll be way before 6. So we could, keep on track with this and not lose focus. Because y'all know normally I don't come on the weekends. Definitely Sunday, I won't be here. So if I hop on tomorrow, it'll be early during the day. And I just appreciate each and every one of you. Super chats, super stickers, cash apps, new memberships. I welcome all of that. Shout out to the chat tonight. You guys were awesome. Moderators, y'all rock. Y'all rock. Y'all rock. I can't say that enough. And I want you all to know there will be no Mocha if there will be no you. And I appreciate that. And for that, I'm truly grateful. So I'm going to say good night. And we're going to get out of here. Wishing things and praying for better things for Naziyah. And it is my prayer, my wish, that Naziyah walks through that courtroom and shake the world. Because her story still remains and it needs to be told. So I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, God spare. Hope you all have a blessed night. Love on your children. Love on your children. Love on your grandchildren. Let them know that they're special. Let them know that they're loved. And they, too, can come to you and talk about any and everything. We're in this together. Thank you so much, Tanya. Love you, sis. We're in this together. And I'm going to say good night and God bless. And we're going to go out on Real Dubai Has a Truth tonight. Good night, guys.
Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. Naziyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stinking, the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. 2 hours deep, truth spill like shots. Mocha lit the match, now the lies get hot. Nola bells riding, they don't fold, they press. While they fake on camera, we expose that mess. One said if that child stepped foot in court, better call the medics, bodies gon' contort. That's real pain, not a script or show. That's a war cry, scream from the soul below. They tried to deny her, cover their eyes, but call low clips and the silence dies. Boom. Keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. Naziyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stinking, the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. The church ain't shit, the statues ain't clean, and the law turn away like it ain't they seen. Nola bells on fire, and Mocha don't bend. They protecting every child till the very end. One voice said folks gon' lose they lunch. When Naziyah walk in, better brace for the punch. It's hell in the system, truth in the street, and we ain't gon' stop till the mission complete. So, fuck the fakes and the crooked ass plot. We saving these kids, ready or not. Fuck the cover-ups, we ain't keeping quiet. This pain too loud, feel the mother's riot. Naziyah ain't a hashtag, she was someone's baby. Now the courtroom stinking, the whole shit shady. Biohazard suits when the truth come out. They full of shit, yeah, we call it out. We don't need a trial, just bring the gavel. Cause the devil's in Detroit and it's time to unravel. Mocha got receipts and the bells got vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands. And we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with Mocha, ride with the bells. Cause silence in this war is a death knell. and the bells got vision. This ain't just talk, it's divine precision. They laugh on live, but the babies cry. So we loud as fuck till the whole truth fly. You can't play God when the blood on your hands, and we ain't backing down till we bury the scams. It's Detroit pain with a global echo. Every child we save is a blow to the devil. So stand with Mocha, ride with the bells, cause silence in this war is a death knell. Woo.
Good night, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you all soon.